Now, 40 years old, you make adjustments, just like any good coach does at halftime of a game. And then you got to come out swinging after age 40. On this video, I want to explain sort of a different way of looking at life and money. I had a comment on one of my recent videos, and in that comment, the commenter, they said, okay, I'm a little older. I'm in my 50s. And I'm not sure if I can keep going or if I'm at the age where there's any hope for me. And so I said, you know what? I answered the question, but I want to do a video about it as well. So that's why I'm doing this video. Now, my answer to that question was, let me give you a different way of looking at life or looking at money and separating money into 4 quarters. And so on this video, I want to kind of give you a synopsis of the answer that I gave to that person so you can see kind of a different way of looking at your life and looking at money and how to structure it in a certain way in terms of your mind to hopefully give you some hope and hopefully give you some encouragement that, you know, no matter what age you are, you can still get this thing done. As long as you're breathing and you're blinking, there's still some hope. There's still some belief. There's still some possibility. There's still room for optimism, no matter what your age is. So let me share with you this different way of looking at life and money. I look at life in 4 quarters, like a basketball game or a football game or whatever. 4 quarters of life. Age 0 to 20 is the first quarter. Age 20 to 40, second quarter. Age 40 to 60, third quarter, and age 60 to 80, fourth quarter. From 0 to 20, look, you're just learning. You're just trying to figure this thing out. You can't help it. You don't know what's going to happen. You just show up from 0 to 20, right? But from 20 to 40, second quarter is huge, right? What's so huge about the second quarter? Look, you can win or lose the game of life in terms of your personal finances in your 20s and in your 30s, between age 20 and 40 in that second quarter of life. When you're in the second quarter of life, you know how the game is being played. You know if the ref is going to call a certain call or not call a certain call. You know what's going to happen because you've got a little experience behind you. Between ages 20 and 40, you have to now adjust based on what you couldn't help before you were age 20. See, in the first quarter, you couldn't help it. You was just learning to navigate. By the time you get to age 20, to age 30, to age 35, you know how the game is being played and you're fully responsible for how you respond to it and what you do. So therefore, that's crucial. Now you have to make some adjustments in how you navigate and work this game called life with your money. Why? Because age 40 is halftime and you want to have some momentum going into halftime. That means by the time you're in your 30s, you got to start putting together a game plan and pushing and working hard and working this thing so that you can come out of halftime, out of age 40 with some momentum for the rest of your life. The harder you work in the second quarter from age 20 to 40, the more you can chill in the fourth quarter, age 60 to 80. So in the second quarter, you got to be forming some good habits. That's ages 20 through 40. You got to be forming some good habits. Some good mental habits, thinking the right direction, making the right decisions with your money and in life to keep that momentum flowing. Now, 40 years old, you make adjustments, just like any good coach does at halftime of a game. You make adjustments, and then you got to come out swinging after age 40. Because guess what? When you get into the third quarter of life, ages 40 to age 60, you don't have much time left. Time is running short. Let's just keep it 100. Time is running short. So what are you doing to make sure that you're preparing for ages 60 and above when you're in this third quarter between age 40 to age 60. Guys, if you're getting any value from this video, do me a favor, smash the like button, and most of all, share this video with someone who you know could use this valuable information. Also, please drop me a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Now, let's get back to the video. Whether you believe it or not, after age 40, the game is winding down. The third quarter after age 40 is crucial because you could either win or lose the game in the third quarter, depending on how you come out swinging, how you come out playing the game. Are you prepared? Are you mentally prepared? Are you strong? Are you believing? Do you have hope that it can work for you? Do you have the right habits? Do you have the right discipline in the third quarter, age 40 to 60? Because look, after age 40 is when you make corrections. That's coming out of halftime. You got to make corrections. You got to make adjustments. You got to change things around. It wasn't working for you earlier in your life, right? But now you got to start investing a bunch of money. You got to start focusing on what you're doing. You got to start budgeting. You got to start figuring out how do you stack assets and how do you get rid of debt. You got to do that because that's going to make the difference in that fourth quarter after age 60. The key is By the time you reach age 60, the fourth quarter, you want to be up by 30, 40 points. You want to be up with 500, 600, 800, $1.5 million, $2 million in net worth. You want to be way up on the game so you can chill in that last quarter. And you don't have to work so hard when the fourth quarter comes around, because you work so hard in the second and third quarter. You put in all the work. After age 60 is chill time, basically. But the important thing for you to know is that in your 30s and in your 40s is where you got to put in the work, because the goal is to be maxing and relaxing by the time you get to age 60. That's the fourth quarter of life. If you can run up the score when you're in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s, then the fourth quarter is going to be a breeze. Fourth quarter, you can chill. Fourth quarter, you can take your starters out of the game and you can put in the reserves, because the starters went to work and went up by 30, 40, 50 points in the second and third quarter. The starters went to work and went up by 500,000, 750,000, 1.4 million, 2.3 million, went up in the second and third quarter. So in the fourth quarter, you get to chill after age 60, between age 60 and 80. So there you have it, guys. That's how I look at life and money. But guess what? Just because you're in the third quarter of life, it doesn't mean things are over for you or your money, or even the fourth quarter for that matter. There's still hope. If you got anything of value out of this video, do me a favor, smash that like button below. Also, share this information with somebody who you know, somebody who you think could use a little bit of motivation or use a little bit of encouragement, or even just use a different way of looking at money and looking at life in general. And feel free to drop a comment, guys. Let me know where you are in life. Are you in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, or fourth quarter? And how did you play the game, right? Let me know in the comments below. As I always say, guys, listen, the best person who's going to take care of the old you, and I mean the old you who needs to eat, the old you who needs to pay rent or mortgage, the old you who has to pay for lights, water, gas, restaurant bills, traveling, whatever you want to, the best person who's going to take care of that old you is not the government. It's not the president. It's not your local city council member. It's not your Congress member. It's not the nursing home. It's not your kids. It's not your grandkids or great grandkids. The best person who's going to take really, really good care of the old you is the young you. The young you who has the energy, the time, the motivation, the encouragement. That young you is the best person to take care of the old you. Take good care of yourself and take care of other people. Until the next video, peace.